Hey guys, we moved. I don't know how to flip the camera. There it is. Finally. There. Hey guys.
Hey guys, check it out. It's a free rock exhibit. I am Jimmy the Rock Guy. Hello.
All right, we are live. Just want to make sure my mic was on. Hey guys, it's good to see you. Actually, hold on, I didn't even double check our framing here. Yeah, as long as you don't go past that edge and don't go past that brick.
Okay.
All right.
Don't go past here.
Yeah, you can stand. Yeah, right here is actually a good line. Hey guys, wow, that sun is hella bright. We were trying to find another spot that might not have as much sun right in our eyes, but there's either not enough traffic over there, or it's too muddy, or it's just as much sunshine. So we are in the same spot, actually. We just angled the camera a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But here we are, PSU Farmers Market, Saturday afternoon, because it's noon now. But yeah, we're going to ask some people about oppression.
Yeah. On the VSL channel, if you were over there, we had some dicey situations going on. So we're just kind of like, woo, starting fresh here on anti-animal use. And, you know, we're ready to talk to anybody, and that's just how it is. So
here we go.
Yeah.
Let's challenge some Portlanders about oppression. I think that most Portlanders agree that oppression, no matter how powerful or how smart or whoever the oppressor is related to, doesn't matter. That the victim's perspective and experiences matter more. And I think that, like I said, most Portlanders would agree. I think there is a challenge when they start to realize that their own actions are going against their own principles. But that's why we're here. We're here to kind of raise that awareness. Hey, you have this own principle. Are you comfortable living against it when clearly you know what's right and wrong? Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Yep. So the environment here can be challenging because, again, people think that if it's a small farm, they're getting their animals from, that it's not necessarily bad and it's better. And we're here to challenge everybody on their views. And so that's what we're going to do. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say you want to go first?
Sign. Yeah. I'm going to grab a sign. Probably use a social experiment one.
Do you want this one out at all?
Nah, I like the social experiment.
Cool.
So
put this to the side so that you don't get people.
Yep. So I'm going to go with this one. I kind of like this one. It's pretty decent. So. See if we can get some folks to step in for an interview real quick here. Hi. Jimmy? I thought that was a guy I interviewed once. I think I'm wrong. I thought his name was Jimmy. Start to recognize people. Yeah. There's a woman across with wonderful vegan products, and she said, try my samples. I actually had them a couple times before when I was here. So they're delicious. She's great. See if we can get some people walking by us here. Hey, I'm doing an interview on YouTube. Do you have a minute for some questions? No? Okay. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. Do you have time? No, thank you. Leather coat or not leather? Hi, do you have time for an interview?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, it's about 10 minutes.
No, my in-laws are here, but A couple questions. 10 minutes. I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna set my sign down real quick. Oops. So, how do you feel about how we use animals and force them into slaughterhouses?
Oh, I have no clue about it. I mean, I've heard a couple things, but I don't want to serve an opinion on it. Just because it's really controversial, I want to keep it for me. So I'm sorry, I'm not giving you an answer on that.
Okay.
But I just think they have to be treated the best possible. But at the same time, I don't think not eating animals is a possibility in this world. So I know it's hard to find the balance, but I guess that's where we should be.
Okay. So, okay, you threw a lot of stuff at me. So I'm going to start with the first thing. You said you didn't have too much time.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to give you this card. It's got some resources on there to educate you about
that would be awesome.
what happens to animals.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have no clue about it.
Okay. You seem really open-minded. I appreciate you coming over here. So, secondly, that card will also tell you information about why it is possible for us to actually be healthier without consuming animals. Okay. And what else? Change happens one person at a time, right?
True.
So when you think about all the isms like racism, sexism, gender biases, all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of speciesism?
No.
Okay. So that's a part of why we're out here. We're talking about veganism with people.
Okay.
And so speciesism basically is that if there's a different species, that humans are basically the last.
I will definitely listen to it. If I see you next Saturday here, I will let you know.
Yeah, come back next Saturday so you can watch the video. And come back and have a conversation with us.
Sure.
What's your name?
Happy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rebecca.
Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
My thing died. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh no.
I don't know how to get it to go either. Right, turning it back on and off. Wow, yeah. What is happening?
Yeah, a 12-ounce spicy piece of
I don't know what it's doing.
So we don't have a mic.
I guess not. What is happening? I don't even know. It says that it's still on. The mic's, yeah, the receiver died. Ugh. Damn, that was such a good conversation. It was like right when you were talking about the definition too.
Do we have a different mic to use? No.
My only other thought is to put them in the box and pull them back out. See if that like.
Yeah, kind of like.
Yeah.
See if it.
I've never had to do that. Someone dropped this.
Oh, jeez. I'm a little bored.
I keep seeing it. I'm like, what is it? Okay. Sorry, guys. Hang on for us. Yeah, exactly. Takes like 5 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know why it died. It should have been fully charged last night.
We'll be right over here. We're gonna look for some food for these guys.
It says it has full battery. I have no idea why it did that. Oh, I don't know, guys. What I just did. Here you go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is it? I can't see though.
Yeah.
The sun is right in my eyes. Okay, it looks like it's working.
Is it working?
Can you guys hear us now?
Can you hear us okay?
Gaslight? Oh, you're talking with somebody else. I don't know. Let us know if you guys can hear us.
Can you hear?
Chat's not moving. We hear you.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, I'm gonna go.
Dude,
I'm gonna try one more conversation because this guy, I hope he watches that video. I asked him. I don't know when it cut off, but basically asked him to watch the video, come back next weekend, and we'll have a conversation. He said that he would be back next weekend and he would do that. So we'll see if Javi, that was his name, if he comes back and actually does the conversation. So
tell them I can't switch it to merge. So right now we're split, so they're hearing you on one speaker
Okay.
and that speaker. These are like two different speakers now for some reason. I don't know why it automatically had it set to merge. It switched it, so.
okay, so we're still having a little technical issues.
I can't fix it. It's just the way it's gonna be.
But we're gonna keep going. Hi. We're asking people some questions about animal exploitation. We're asking some people some questions about animal exploitation.
Okay.
Would you like to have a conversation? Just a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay, we're on YouTube. Is that okay? Okay, I'm gonna set my sign down. Step in more.
You guys are great. Yeah,
Okay.
you're great.
So, how do you feel about the animals that we use and force into slaughterhouses?
It's really unfortunate. I try to buy organic and things like free range and cruelty free when I can, but it's just, it sucks because those are more expensive and also harder to find.
Okay. So, it's actually, the animals are actually going through the same process. Even though you're being told, it's called humane washing, is what the animal agriculture industry does, and they do that so that it takes some of the some of that out of your consciousness. You know what I mean? Because I can tell you're I try and do the best I can, by buying these products. So they're actually still ending up at the slaughterhouse at the end of the day. How do you feel about that?
It doesn't make sense that they can advertise that it's different and that it's safer if they're still in the same place.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that the industry does that keep people in the dark, let's say. For instance, I'll just say one thing is there's a gag law, so people like us, we're vegans, activists. If we go into a factory farm or something and try and film, they can put us in jail. So theres a lot of stuff like that, and that's why the consumer doesn't know. So I'm sorry that. So that's part of it. But let me get back to this. So you're aware. It's you have a conscience. You try and do the best you can. You said. What's keeping you from going plant-based though, or vegan?
It's mainly just a lot of it's probably habit. I mean, I grew up eating meat, and for sometimes when I have specific special meals with my family, especially for Passover and stuff, we eat meat. So it's kind of hard to make the switch. It's also, I feel sometimes it can be a bit more difficult to try and find specifically protein, because we're taught that meat is an important part of the diet, and that I know there's replacements tofu and beans are great sources of protein, but when we're taught the food pyramid, meat is a big part of it. So it's just kind of ingrained.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't always been vegan. I was raised in a meat-centric family, and it was very cultural in my family as well. But, when I think about the whole grand scheme of things, just because we're taught one thing when we're raised doesn't mean that it's right? So there's beliefs that have changed over time, like slavery, right? People used to think that that was okay. So it takes one person at a time to change things. It can be uncomfortable in a family situation as well, but you might find that some of your family members agree with you once you start talking about it.
That's true.
Have you ever thought about talking to them about it?
Sort of. I mentioned it, and my mom gets the meal kit things where they like send you the food and you make it, and she tries to do like one vegetarian one a week. I think it's a little more difficult for them because they're older and they're just more used to it, and I'm only in college. I'm just starting to buy my own food, so it's harder for me to say like how difficult it is to buy meat products versus non-meat products, but I think it's just like a big change for them especially. But we do like to, when we go out to restaurants sometimes we get the impossible meat, which is actually pretty interesting. It tastes pretty much exactly the same, so that's cool.
Yeah. So, yes, people can be set in their ways and it can be uncomfortable to change. I know people like that too, you know. So, but I think kind of starting with some education about why it's something that isn't really ethically and morally correct, because animals are sentient beings. So the animals that we're forcing into the slaughterhouses, they have feelings, you know, and emotions. They feel pain.
Right.
They happiness. They're separated from their families. You know, have you ever seen what happens when to dairy cows when the mother is separated from the calf? Do you know how that happens?
Yeah, a bit. I've seen some documentaries at like school and stuff. It's really just depressing to think about, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be hard to be standing up for something that you believe in when a lot of the majority of the people in the world don't follow that, you know? But so, okay, put yourself in the place of the animal, the victim that would be going or living in the slaughterhouse. So, you know, it's such a small amount of time because you're going to be slaughtered quickly, basically, within months probably or a year. So if you were in their place and you heard someone say, well, yeah, that's depressing and, you know, there's all these cultural issues and I just, you know, I try, but I'm still eating meat. How would you feel if you were in their position?
Probably upset.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess just kind of like thinking about the place, the victim's place, and educating yourself. I'm going to give you a card. So this side has some documentaries, and it also has some nutritional information, though, on veganism and why it's actually healthier to be plant-based. Because, again, I know that you mentioned the food pyramid and all that stuff and how they put meat as like a food group. That's all associated with the industry that promotes it and wants their product sold. So when they commodify something and you're learning, you're smart, you know, you're a student, it's all a part of the humane washing and acceptance of it, you know, so it doesn't have to be a part of the food pyramid, you know. I mean, how would you feel if you were part of the food pyramid?
That would suck, probably.
Yeah. And pigs and cows, they're just like the domestic animals that we have. Can you imagine, do you have a pet?
Yes.
What are they, a dog, cat?
Back home I have 2 cats and 2 dogs.
Yeah. How would you force them into a slaughterhouse?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So those pigs and cows are just like those animals that we have as companions. So, I mean, that's something to think about, you know.
That's true.
But I want you to have that. So that's if you're ready to defend. You're not ready for that yet, but I can tell you're open-minded. So there's some documentaries on there, some nutritional information. What's stopping you from maybe like going vegan?
Like I said before, it's just habit. It's something that like now that I'm buying my own food, I've noticed that it can be a bit cheaper to just buy plant-based stuff. So it feels like I'm sort of kind of slowly transitioning that way. I might not ever go full vegan, but I can definitely. It's not difficult to reduce meat intake in your diet. Well, for some people, it can be really difficult, but yeah, like I said, it's habit, but it's something that if you have the privilege of having the money for it and also the accessibility to it, it can be done.
Well, okay, so I'm going to disagree with you. It doesn't take privilege to be vegan. There's actually food banks that give out just vegan. There's Food Not Bombs in Portland, and they serve just vegan. And it's actually cheaper. And as far as habits, so habits are like addictions, right? So people get addicted to the taste in the society. It's wrapped up in culture. It's really wrapped up in things. So if you can recognize the habit, then when you have a craving for it or when you go to buy that meat, I challenge you to stop yourself and think about it, at least for 10 minutes. Because if you can think through, watch the video, all right? And then next time you go to buy that meat or you have a craving, think about that video, that's what you're purchasing, you're demanding for an animal to be slaughtered.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so think about, I know you just said, yeah, okay, but think about if your cat or dog was going in the slaughterhouse, would you say, yeah, okay?
No.
No. So watch the video and think about whether you would want your cat or dog going to that slaughterhouse, and think about if you'd want to be in that slaughterhouse in your family.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you give me a lot to think about.
All right. I appreciate you being open-minded. What's your name?
I'm Danielle.
Danielle, nice to meet you. I'm Rebecca.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. What's your guys' YouTube?
This is Anti-Animal Use. We're actually on the back. It has our name, but that's the YouTube that you're on right now, and we're on Facebook too.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna check you guys out.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was cool.
You're welcome. Good luck. Go vegan. Oh man, I don't know. She's young, but we'll see. I felt like I didn't do an amazing job, but thank you. I'm trying. So, yeah. Audio's working. That's half the battle. Yeah.
Can do it on there.
Oh, cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's so easy too.
Anna's the technical genius at this. When things happen, I stand around and I'm like, oh shit.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your social experiment?
Well, we're talking to people about animal exploitation, so.
Being live on YouTube?
Oh yeah, we're live on. Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about asking for animals to be used and to be put in the slaughterhouses for you?
Oh, I'm not for that at all. Yeah, animal testing I think is terrible. Animal cruelty, all of that. It's just like harming people that can't fight for themselves, can't fight back, don't have a voice.
Okay. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What stops you from being vegan then, if you know about all this stuff?
It's just like, I feel like that switch is just really difficult, especially I'm still living at home with my parents, and so it's hard to when they're buying the food and cooking and everything, so it's hard to be like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I've been vegetarian, done that type of thing, so just making that final step is tricky.
So are you aware that even if you're vegetarian, you're still basically you still are ordering the animals to go into the slaughterhouses? Yeah, so it really doesn't make a difference.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I have a card.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I just ran out of cards.
Oh, you're good?
I still want to talk to you a minute, but I have these cards. I want to give you a resource.
Absolutely.
So on this side, there's some different documentaries on there, and there's also information on how to go vegan.
Okay.
And your family might even be interested in that.
Yeah.
How do they feel about animals? Do you have companion animals at home?
Yes, yeah, we have 2 dogs.
Okay. So one thing is that would you want your dog to be forced into a slaughterhouse?
Absolutely not, yeah. Never.
Yeah. And so the cows and the pigs and the chickens, they all feel the same. They're all companions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What else? So your coat, does your coat have down in it?
No, this is all fake. It's
Okay,
like
good.
Amazon. Yeah, this is like $20. Yeah, no, not. She's not that great.
Okay. I had to say
Yeah,
it.
no,
Sorry.
I totally get it, but no, do not have enough for that anyway. This is recycled leather, so yes.
Okay. So, all right. The only thing I want to talk about secondhand or recycled when we use products that are animal products still. So when we do that, we give the impression to other people that it's okay to use them still. So,
Right.
yeah, there's great vegan leather. I have a black vegan leather purse that I got. My boots are vegan leather.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm happy to hear that you, like, have this mindset, though,
Definitely,
that you don't want to be cruel. So I'm thinking if you watch the video and maybe expose your family to it,
Yeah,
do you think that they would watch it with you?
for sure. Yeah, they watch anything I send them. We're very open
Really?
about discussions and stuff. Yeah, so that would definitely be something I would want to share.
Okay. So, what's keeping you, though? I mean, I know that you said that your parents or your family buys the food. Do you think that you could request that they, you know, buy more or less meat?
Yeah,
less
probably
animal?
for sure. Yeah, they're like, I mean, we're very open and everything, so it's just
Okay.
like more. I haven't really even tried to have that discussion, and I'm, like that's just my own thing. So yeah, but definitely something that could be
Okay.
done.
All right. So I would say,
Show them the videos.
Show them the
Okay.
videos, the documentaries. So it would be
For sure.
the other side.
This is the
yeah,
video?
That's the other
Okay.
side is if you're ready to defend.
Oh,
which,
okay.
Which if you go vegan and you want to come out and help us, you're welcome to.
Absolutely.
But yeah, watch the videos.
Okay.
At least one, the Dominion 2018. And see how they feel about it. You might get some defensive responses.
Yeah.
You yourself might feel triggered.
Okay.
But ask yourself why you feel that way.
Right. Do
know?
some self-reflection on that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And if after you watch it, you want to come back and talk more
Yeah,
with us,
absolutely.
we'll be here every Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be around. Thank you so
Nice
much.
to
I
meet you.
appreciate this.
What's your name?
Quinn.
Quinn, nice to meet you. I'm
nice to meet
Rebecca.
you. Nice to meet you.
All right. Have a great vegan day. You're welcome. Well, it's hard to talk to somebody when they don't have too much education yet, and they're so nice. So hopefully they watch the video. You want to come on? I'm going to switch so Anna can come on, and I'm going to take a little break. Yeah, I hope she watches the video. I hope her family is open to it and they don't flip out.
She seemed at least receptive.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great that she walked up to you because it's like, oh, she's genuinely
Yeah.
curious. I appreciate that when people are genuinely curious and brave
Yeah.
enough to come talk to us. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I'll grab a sign. I like to have people read the oppression sign while I'm...
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Oh, trying to make it so it doesn't flop in the wind. But it hasn't been windy, so I'm sure we're okay. All right, guys, here we go. Social experiment. Hey. It's always like jumping into cold water. Hi, you guys want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. Hi, do you want to answer a few questions? All right, no worries. Hi, do you want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube? Okay. He almost got it. He almost was there. Hi, do you want to answer a few questions? Sure. Awesome. We're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Okay.
Awesome. If you feel uncomfortable or you want to stop, you're welcome to walk away. I won't be offended at all. Okay. I am going to have you step there just so you're in frame. Inside, just so you're not getting ran over either. All right, so my name's Anna. What's yours?
Ashley.
Nick, lovely to meet you guys. So we're just asking people about oppression, which means prolonged cruel treatment.
Okay.
And these questions might seem kind of obvious, so bear with me. So oppression means prolonged cruel treatment. Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
That seems.
I agree, right? It's going to be obvious. What if the oppressor is really strong? Should they
No.
have the right? I agree. What if the oppressor is really smart?
No.
No.
All right, so this next one's going to feel like I'm catching off guard, but I promise it's not a gotcha. I did this too. So for, what about the animals that we use for clothing, entertainment, testing, food? Do you think that we're oppressing them?
Yes.
I agree. Do you know about the word veganism?
Yes.
Tell me what you think it means.
To not consume products that involve animals.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add? Or?
No, yeah, just basically not including animals in anything.
That is
Ingredients, meals, clothing, all of that.
Yeah, that is a side effect of what we do. So veganism, by definition, is it's a principle against the exploitation of other animals, sentient beings, because we know that if we were in their position, we wouldn't want to be exploited. So to summarize it even more, if I can avoid demanding someone's oppression, I do so. That's basically what veganism means.
Right.
Does that sound like it aligns with your principles?
Sure.
Yeah. So do you guys participate? Do you guys use animal products?
Yeah. I don't live my principles in that regard.
Yeah. Okay, so you already understand where I'm going at.
Yeah.
Do you know how supply and demand works? Like how you're playing a part in this? So every time that you do pick up those packages, they send that next individual in there. So those animals are only there because we demand they be there. Do you think there's something we can do to avoid demanding that?
I mean, for me, it's reduction. Like, I'm not vegan and I don't live an entire lifestyle like that, but I minimize consumption. I try to be ethical about it in things that I do use. So, yeah, I'm not perfect about it, and I do feel guilty about the animals that I do, you know, and that I contribute to their exploitation. But also, I'm just not a strong enough human to live that life fully. Yeah.
Have you ever seen what the animals go through the animals that you use?
I mean, I've seen some things, but not.
May I give you a card? It's just you can watch it on your own time.
Sure.
Awesome. So if you scan the colored side, it actually takes you to a documentary. If you can't scan it because, I don't know, maybe some water gets on it, you can look up Dominion 2018. It's free on YouTube. It just goes over standard practices that animals have to go through. So it's not the worst of the worst. It's just showing you if you buy those products, this is what the animal had to go through. And then, like, I just ask people when they're watching that, ask yourself, would you want to give your money to those individuals? Because the whole point and why we're here is it's not about a diet, it's not about the environment, it's about those individuals. So even when we reduce, you're still making a victim, right? That one individual still cares what happens to them because animals are sentient just like we are. So we're out here advocating that people consider, you know, the other sentient beings and treat them as you would want to be treated, in the sense that if you were being oppressed, what would you want your oppressor to do, right? Would you want them to take baby steps or just reduce using you or just stop using you altogether, right? So then it lands me to my last question. How many more animals do you want exploited in your name for you? Is it more than zero? I know it's a tough question.
Yeah, I mean, want, it would be zero, of course. Yeah.
Precisely. So if want is zero, then the only way to do that is to be vegan. So I do have a challenge for you, and then I'll let you go. If you could, until you watch that documentary, could you try going plant-based? The meaning avoiding all animal products until
there are some animal products that I do I'm just a cheeseaholic, so I think it would be easier for me to be vegetarian than vegan.
I was also actually a huge cheeseaholic, to be honest. I didn't really realize what dairy cows went through, and it sounds like you guys are pretty honest people. Are you okay if I share with you what dairy cows go through?
I don't think I can at this time, but...
So that leaves my question, if you can't tolerate just even hearing about it, you're demanding it, right? So that should tell you right there what your actions should be in that moment, because a mother is losing their baby.
Yeah.
They have a 9 months pregnancy, just like us, and they only lactate after they give birth. And how does she get pregnant? Does she decide, or does the farmer? Does she get to decide who she mates with, or does the farmer? Right? Does she get to decide to keep her baby, or does the farmer?
Right.
And is any of that fair? Knowing that cows especially are very maternal individuals. So.
Well, I definitely do appreciate you trying to bring awareness.
I appreciate you guys being open. Yeah, that really takes a lot. So thank you. Please
I've done a lot of thinking on this. I spent a few years as a vegetarian. I've never been vegan or plant-based, but I've contemplated this a lot, and I do live with that guilt of the exploitation. But
and you don't have to live with that guilt anymore.
I know,
Especially here in Portland, this is like one of the most vegan cities in the world.
Yeah.
We have 2 vegan grocery stores. They're 100% vegan. So that's why I'm out here talking to Portlanders.
Sure.
I know that we all agree that oppression is not fair, despite the power dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you. What was your name again?
Ashley.
Nick. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the market, okay? Thank you. Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate open-mindedness. I would prefer, though, people take an affirmative, I'm not going to demand oppression anymore, because if I was the victim, I would want my oppressor to stop using me. Oh, hey. Yes, are you okay with being live on YouTube?
Well, no, I want to know what you're all about first.
Yeah, we're talking about oppression.
Talk to me. Isn't that what Charlie Kirk used to say?
He did talk about, he talked about lack of rights. Like, he thought that people...
I know who he is, but are you making fun of him by saying
Oh, no.
to me?
No, I like the concept of talking to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nasty things being said about that man, and anyone who's been shot in the jugular, give him a break.
Oh, yeah, nobody should be, I'm for human rights.
Yeah.
I think that, I believe that nobody should be exploited or used, and I feel that honestly, that situation was not how I would prefer. I love talking to people, and I wouldn't want to be harmed because I'm talking to people.
Right, exactly, which is what I said when it happened, and I got slammed for saying that, and people are just, I don't really feel comfortable being on YouTube.
Oh, you're out of the frame right here,
But thank you.
Absolutely.
Keep doing it.
Can I give you a card just so you know what we're about?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So this side is just our resources, the documentary I'm encouraging people to watch. If you can't scan it, look up Dominion 2018 on YouTube. Oh, my nails are dirty, I'm sorry. And this is how you can find our group.
I'm into animal rights. Okay, thank
Awesome.
you.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by. You have a great day. She wasn't willing to be on camera, but she was curious about the sign. She didn't seem like she wanted to talk, though, so I didn't really try. I'm just disappointed that people aren't more willing to, I don't know, when I actually realized what was happening, that I just was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I don't know how people can be like, oh, let me take baby steps. Like, would you say that to someone who's being racist or sexist? Awesome. Let's try. I do think that most people do agree with me, actually. Hi. Hi. You guys want to answer a few questions? No. Okay. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Okay, no worries. Hi. You guys want to answer a few questions? Okay. I'm worried. I hope that scene with that couple on my Vegan Stoner Lady channel, I hope that didn't turn people off from talking to us. Oh, good. Okay, Rebecca looks like she's talking to somebody. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Oof, that wind is chilly. I have to say, I do love all the flower bouquets. It's nice to see a bunch of flowers. Hi. Hi. You guys want to answer a few questions? Okay. Do you want to answer a few questions? Oh, light is making my eyes twitch. Hi. Hey. Hey. Hey. You guys want to answer a few questions? Okay, no worries. Hi. Do I answer a few questions? Okay, no worries.
Kind of small.
answer a few questions? Oh, yes. We are live on YouTube. Is that okay? Sure. Awesome. Okay. All right, so my name's Anna. I'll have you actually take a step. Is there if I grab the back? I just don't.
Yes,
no,
please.
you're good. Okay, cool. I just didn't want them to be stuck in traffic there. Hi, honey. Hi, sweetie. Oh my gosh, you're so cute.
That's Dandelion.
Oh, Dandelion. May I pet Dandelion?
Of course.
Oh, Dandelion, hi. Oh my gosh, look at you. What a good name, too. Dandelion's so good for you. That nice little touch of gold. Sorry, my name's Anna. What's yours?
No problem. Nellie.
Nellie, lovely to meet you.
Thanks.
So we're just asking people about oppression, which just means prolonged cruel treatment. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No, absolutely not.
No, right? So these next few questions are going to be obvious. Bear with me. What if the oppressor is really strong?
Still doesn't matter.
What if they're really smart?
Still doesn't matter.
I agree. Okay, so this next one might feel like a gotcha, but it's not. I did it myself. So what about the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment? Are we oppressing them?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So do you know about the word veganism?
I do.
Awesome. Tell me what you think it means.
I believe it's the use of any animal products.
Yeah, like avoiding it.
Right.
Yeah, so that is a side effect of what we do, but veganism is actually a principled stance against exploitation of others, and a plant-based diet just happens to be avoiding that exploitation. Mm-hmm. So basically what that means, if I can avoid demanding like your exploitation, if I could pay someone to exploit you and benefit from it, I avoid doing so, because I know that you're your own person, you have your own purpose, and you don't want that done to you because I don't want it done to me. So with that said, do you think that aligns with your principles, the idea of veganism?
Mostly.
Yeah. So what is it that justifies that difference in treatment between humans and animals, where we can farm or use animals as we want, but we can't really do that to humans? What's the moral justice? And this is a tough one, so don't feel caught off guard. Okay, cool.
Well, now I am, because I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay.
So what is the moral justification for the difference in treatment, if that helps?
Oh, shoot.
What
No, it
justifies using animals but not using humans?
doesn't. Right, and I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. Take your time, please.
With the song going on, no less. There's no way I can think about other words. Yeah. Can you tell me more exactly the words that you used right before?
Absolutely. So we're talking about animals and humans, and that they're different.
Yes. Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
So I know people who do. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like being in an oppressed position. Mm-hmm. I know that because they can communicate that to me.
Yeah.
An animal cannot communicate that to me.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, that works in exactly the opposite argument.
I know, and that's exactly it. I went through the same thing, actually. I was like, humans can talk. Oh, wait, we have humans that can't talk, right?
Right.
I would go do intelligence. I'm like, oh, wait, we have humans that aren't that intelligent. I still find it wrong to exploit them.
Right.
So what I found is that there is no morally relevant difference, that there is no moral justification other than maybe self-defense and maybe necessity if you're living in an area that has literally no access to nutritional food.
Why would those be exceptions?
I would say that it's not really a moral justification, but an understandable justification. So like if you're living, say like the Inuits, right? Mm-hmm. It would be understandable if you had to cross your principles to use an animal to survive. But you have to ask yourself, what I would always ask if I was in that situation, is what I'm going through actually, is it really equivalent to taking everything from them? Do I really need to take everything from them? That's what I would say. Like even someone in those extreme situations should still consider the gravity of what they're doing, right? Taking someone's life.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, even in those circumstances, does that make it okay to eat humans?
Oh, yes. No, that's exactly
right?
My point, right?
I mean, it doesn't.
It's not morally, but in the instance of survival, it's understandable. Like, we've had humans trapped in mountains, right? And they ended up eating other humans just to survive, but we didn't hold that against them because they were in a survival situation. But I wouldn't say that just because they were in that situation, they now have the right to farm and exploit humans. I would just say that, that's an unfortunate situation, and they have the right to have access to nutritional food.
It's an extremely rare circumstance rather than a system, a social system set in place that that allocates certain people as worthy of rights and money and power, and certain other people as unworthy
I agree.
of said power.
No, I agree with you there. There is definitely an inequality out there happening, and I'm totally against that. I think everyone should have access to nutritional food or nutritionally balanced food so that they can be healthy and happy and focus on other things, right? So that's why I only make those understandable exceptions for people that are in survival, or maybe they unalive or kill someone because they're in a self-defense moment, like they're defending themselves. But you're right, it's not the system that we live in right now. Most people like you and I have access to so many options, right? We have an abundance of options.
So I actually, the biggest problem to me about consuming animals for food is mass agriculture, and the fact that they are raised, they live and die specifically for the purpose of feeding us.
I agree.
And it's not a very fair competition.
No.
Is it?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So if someone hunts, I feel differently about that. Because there are lots of animals that eat other animals.
Sure.
But they don't create systems of farming those animals so that their entire existence revolves around you.
Right.
They live and die just for you.
When you speak of hunting, do you mean people that do it recreationally or people that are doing it for survival?
People who are doing it for food. People who are going to eat what they kill.
So not survival though, right? Are you talking about, that's what I'm trying to clarify. Is it someone who has no other options?
As long as they're going to eat what they killed.
Okay. So what if, and this is going to be kind of an awkward analogy. Okay, I just don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you.
Go for it, no.
So let's say I go to like a shelter and I adopt a dog and I give them the best life. They're actually a puppy. I adopt a puppy. They're so cute. I give them the next 2 years of their life. It's going to be fantastic, great food. But then I realize I like puppies more and this dog is getting bigger. So I take this dog out to the forest. I pew-pew them when they're not looking. They're having a good time. And then I go get myself a puppy. Is that moral?
No.
Exactly. And even though...
comparable though.
So I have a benefit of getting a new puppy, right? I'm going to get what I want out of this situation, and I'm going to use this other dog as a means to get there because I can't have two dogs. So I'm going to pew-pew them so that I have the opportunity to have a puppy again. Is that moral?
No, because there are lots of other options besides... What did you say? Pew-pewing?
Pew-pewing, shooting them. I'm often on TikTok, so I use TikTok lingo a lot. Like I'll say unaliving instead of kill. But yes, if they shoot them.
I'm not used to it. So I just wanted to make sure that what you were implying what I thought you were implying.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill the dog just because you don't want the dog anymore. Because again, it you might have gotten it as a puppy, but that doesn't mean it's yours.
Right. And it's about...
We can't own other living things any more than we can own another person.
Right. So like to that dog, what matters in that situation is not so much my benefit, right? What matters is that dog's experience, right? They wanted to live. They wanted to keep going, and I took that away from them so that I could get another puppy. And that's where it's not fair, right? I took everything from that dog for no reason.
Right.
Right. So when people are hunting, when it's not in survival situation, they're doing the same thing. They're just going out into the woods and they're pretending that they're surviving. So
it's not the same thing.
What justifies hunting and eating animals, but not hunting and eating humans?
We weren't on the discussion of hunting and eating humans.
Well, I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
You assumed that
I'm comparing.
I would... Right. You assumed that I would say that was unacceptable.
Oh, so you think it's okay to hunt?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. Oh, good. I got a little worried there for a moment.
I saw the look on your face. Okay, so now I've forgotten the question again.
Sorry. So what morally justifies hunting and eating animals, but not hunting and eating humans? Like, what's the difference in there? Let's say I get entertainment, I can feed my family. Why can't I go hunt humans?
Why is it okay to eat vegetables?
They're not sentient. Sentience means the ability to have a subjective
I know what sentient means.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not a word most people.
No, you're right. And since we're airing to other people, I guess you should probably
you're
do
great,
that.
though. You're great.
But,
So vegetables are not sentient.
So because they don't exhibit the same signs of life and consciousness that you experience, they're not equivalent?
I use science in this respect. We actually have studies that go into this. There's like one called Debunking a Myth, Plant Consciousness, and it goes over the last 50 years of studies. All those studies that were like singing
I
to
didn't
plants.
say it had consciousness.
Oh, that's what I'm saying is the difference. The difference for me, the reason why it's okay to eat a vegetable or any plant is because they're not sentient. We have evidence that they're not sentient, at least not like animals and us. So since animals are sentient like us, I'm saying that we should eat the plant because it doesn't have preferences.
So if you picked up that rock
Yeah,
and tried to consume it, let's say we could chew it,
sure.
it wouldn't do anything for us,
Sure, yeah.
right? It would do absolutely nothing. Why?
What do you mean?
Why would the rock not serve the function of food?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't have the right nutrients?
It's not alive. It never was.
Oh, but plants are alive. We can
right.
eat plants.
We absolutely have to eat something that was alive.
Veganism isn't against killing. It's against the exploitation of sentient beings.
I go back to my original statement. So because your experience and your consciousness is similar enough
It's not okay.
to
Again,
animals.
It's not my opinion. It's science.
Okay, but what I said, you said. So so say the statement again.
Yeah. So plants are not sentient.
Right.
Animals are.
Right. And so I was saying, so because the plant's experience or consciousness or lack thereof is so different from
It's not different.
you.
It's not there. They're not sentient. So sentience, for example, pain is a sign
Right.
of sentience. Plants don't, evolutionarily speaking,
Right.
they don't need to feel pain. That's why they don't move. They've figured out how to thrive without being sentient or having an experience. They're just kind of molecules bumping into each other.
So because they don't have feelings?
Okay, let me steal me. Let's say plants are sentient. Animals eat way more plants than if we were to eat them directly. So if we're worried about plant welfare and we're worried about their experiences, we should all be vegan because we would reduce our ag land use by 75%.
Then hunting would be great.
Well, no, but we don't need to use animals at all. So animals,
You just said they consume way more plants.
why is it moral?
You said they consume way more plants than we do if we just ate them directly.
Yeah.
So that means if we hunted off all the animals, then there'd be more plants?
So you don't want any animals on the earth?
No, of course I want animals on the
Okay.
earth. What I'm trying to say is every living thing has to consume another living thing to
I'm
survive.
only concerned about sentient beings. We can stop. I don't want to offend you. I'm genuinely
okay.
talking about just
You have it.
sentient beings
Yeah.
that they don't want to be harmed. Just like your dog. Your dog is not a tree, right? You would say that your dog is much more sentient than a tree, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that me kicking the tree is different from me kicking your dog?
Not by a whole lot.
Okay. Well,
My
I
world.
think we might disagree.
I'm
It's just
I
not
know
very
that I am
logical. It's not
rather
logical.
rare.
It's not logical.
I'm rather rare
It's
in
not
that
logical because why do we care about pain? Why do we care if someone experiences pain?
because we can share that experience.
If
and
someone was like
understand it.
beating, exactly, you can understand it. They also have the same reactions. We have evidence that they are sentient. So we know that they don't want to feel pain. They want to be comfortable and happy, just like we do. So there's no moral justification to use them.
That's an assumption.
What?
So at the beginning, what I said about I can get an opinion from a person about how they want to be treated, but you're assuming how the dog wants to be treated.
So is
Right?
lack of consent? If someone can't respond, does that mean you can do what you want to them?
Nope.
So because they can't respond, does that mean I can turn him upside down, slice his throat, and drain out his blood so I can eat him?
I wouldn't appreciate it.
I'm sure he wouldn't either, right?
I have eaten dog though.
Well, do you think that dog appreciated it?
No.
Exactly. If you
I
were
also
the
think the
animal,
conditions
what
of
would
its
you
life were
want?
probably pretty shitty.
If you were the animal, what would you want done? Even the wild animal, not the deer, would you want to be hunted or oppressed?
I still want to go back to the plants. Oh, you just
that
wanted to
doesn't-
discuss sentient beings. So
Well, I don't know why you care about plants.
they're other living things.
Yeah, but
Just
I only-
because their experience is so different from ours, you don't
have
empathize with them?
preference. They're not having an experience. That's what sentience is. They don't have an experience. Google on your phone. Okay, you can do it later. Google, are plants
I know
sentient?
what sentient means.
But plants are not.
Right.
So you're kidding. And again, I already
That's
steel
a
manned your
life.
argument. Okay, again, if plants are sentient, you should be vegan. We would breed fewer plants into existence if we didn't have animal ag. And can I tell you a fact?
Plants were sentient.
So
it would be the same as
can you hear me? So there's a study called Reducing Food's Environmental Impact Through Producers and Consumers. This study went over thousands of farms in hundreds of countries, not just the US, okay? Whole world. 83% of our agricultural land is dedicated to raising these animals for their space and their food. They found if we eliminate animal ag,
Beef by far.
if we eliminate animal ag, we could feed 10 billion people and reduce our ag land use by 75%. All those wild animals that we're hunting to reduce their population numbers would have room to grow. There would be no reason to hunt them. We could live in harmony with wild animals, not using them. Just let them live. Let them live free. Don't touch them.
May I? If plants were sentient, then they would be equivalent to...
You're not hearing me. We breed 92.2 billion animals into existence to eat plants.
And I said that
you want to feed 10 billion
mass
people?
ag sucks. What I'm trying to say is that
even the small farms feed their animals crops.
So the sentience is what makes the difference to you.
Yes, because that's the only thing that matters in humans. If you had a dead human here and a live human here, I'm going to care about the living human more than the dead human because they're sentient. Even if they're comatose, they're still sentient. You don't think we should respect people in comas?
No, I think we should. I just think your argument is going around.
Okay, let's end it here. I don't want to upset you.
No, you haven't.
Okay,
you haven't.
just check out my resources. I know. Just check out my resources. I just don't think you're hearing me because you keep saying plants, but I'm telling you, you're harming more plants than me. You are by using animals.
The eating meat.
With using animals, you're consuming more plants than me.
I consume more.
80% of soy
plants
that's farmed.
with my dog?
Yes, you do. If you're using animals, not just your dog. If you eat, wear, pay for entertainments.
Okay, wait. I said eat.
Yeah,
but love. Now I lost my train of thought again, and I love this song, so I'm going to get too distracted.
I know.
But it's all good.
Here.
You didn't offend me, and please also let me say, I am absolutely pro-veganism. I think it is the way to go for a variety of reasons, and you mentioned several of them. Just sentient is not one of them.
Are you going to go vegan?
For me, personally, no.
Okay.
But I think there are a lot of great reasons to do so.
In your mind, animals are okay to use as resources?
In some, yeah.
Oppression is okay as long as you're bigger, stronger, smarter than them, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's just a matter of living. It's a matter of us all living together.
So the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics makes it clear that you can be healthy eating a plant-based diet.
You can. You don't have to eat meat.
You can, but unfortunately,
it's a lot more difficult. But
I can't really afford to.
You can. It's actually one of the cheapest diets out there.
Well, yes, but I have a bunch of dietary restrictions.
Yeah. So I would give you this. There's a resource on there called Easy Vegan, and if you go down to that, they actually have a dietitian that can help you make a meal plan. Dietitians they have 6,000 to 8,000 hours focused on how your diet affects your health. Whereas like a doctor only has like a day or two worth.
Well, that's good, but I only have access to a microwave personally.
Yeah, so. They can help you with that. You live in the most vegan city. We have 2 vegan grocery stores. There's definitely a lot of options for you.
Anything
is it a lot?
Specialty on it?
It doesn't have to be you can do whole food plant-based diet. On that card, there's something called nutritionfacts.org. They have something really easy called the Vegan Daily Dozen. Make sure you get everything you need from a whole food plant-based diet. And it's seriously the cheapest. It's 30% cheaper than an omnivore diet. But anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you talking to me. I do want to place in your mind that when you demand animals, you're exploiting them. I don't have bagels.
They just like...
those are mine. Oh no, that's not good. Don't want to lose those. How many more animals do you want exploited for you?
Sorry, bud.
Just keep that in mind. Every time you pick up those packages, you're demanding that next animal go through that system, okay? All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the market. Thank you for stopping by. My name's Anna, and if you look on that card, anti-animal use, you can see this live on YouTube. You can go back and look over the conversation. It'll be up there, so. Yeah, awesome, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Oh, we're just asking people in Portland about their opinions on oppression. Most people agree that oppression is immoral. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm not good at talking, but I want to get out of my comfort zone.
Hell yeah, come on in. If you feel uncomfortable, you're welcome to walk away. Like, I don't want us to fight.
Yeah.
Some people do get defensive, and I try to tell them, like, oh, we could end.
Yeah.
So, what's your name?
My name is Atlas.
Atlas. I'm Anna. Are you okay with being live on YouTube?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
cool
Are
with
you
that.
over 18?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Okay, cool.
So-
Right on. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, of course. I get you.
So I'm sure you heard me tell her we're asking people about oppression.
Yeah.
And should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree.
Hell no.
And these questions seem obvious too. What
Yeah.
if the oppressor is really strong?
Fight back?
Right, yeah. They still shouldn't have the right to do
Yeah.
that, right? What if the
No.
oppressor is really smart? They're much smarter than the others.
Still, they shouldn't be able to.
I
Like,
agree.
it's just like if you're being oppressed, that's bad no matter what, no matter
I
who
agree.
is.
Yeah, oppression meaning prolonged cruel treatment.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to experience that,
Yeah,
right?
it's horrible.
Exactly. So this next question might seem like a gotcha, but
Okay.
just be prepared. I did this myself, and I'm not judging you.
Okay.
So, what about the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment?
Okay.
Are we oppressing them?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I've always had a weird. I don't know what the right word is here, but like I've always been weird about that because I do eat meat. My mother was vegan for a good portion of my life.
Oh wow.
But I've never been vegan or vegetarian or anything in that vein.
Why did your mom go vegan?
I can't entirely remember why because she's not anymore. But I think it was mainly because she was upset at how animals were being treated.
Yeah.
But she stopped because she realized that she wasn't getting the right nutrients that she needed. But yeah.
How long was she vegan?
Oof, I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was more when I was younger. I think she stopped maybe when I was 7 or something.
Oh, that's a long time then.
I don't know. She was vegan before I was born, I think.
Okay.
Or vegetarian at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a good point in my life.
Do you know what she was deficient in by chance?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I was
Yeah,
just curious.
I don't know. We never talked about it too much. But
That's
yeah.
okay. So, veganism is actually a principled stance against the exploitation of others. Some people do call themselves vegan because they're doing it for health reasons or environment, but vegan, actually, the definition is for humans to live without exploiting animals. So, if I can avoid demanding a sentient being's exploitation, I do so. Like if someone was exploiting you and I could benefit from it somehow, should I give them money or should I abstain?
Sorry, restate
Yeah.
that.
I didn't really prep you for a
Yeah,
question.
I was like,
so, if someone was oppressing you and I had an opportunity to benefit from that oppression by giving them money and they could give me whatever product they're getting off of you, should I continue to give them money or should I avoid giving them money?
Avoid giving them money.
Right, I agree. I agree. So, do you know what the definition of vegan is? Oh, I just
Yeah, you
told
just told me the definition,
I
so
did.
I do know it now.
Yeah. Hearing it, does that align with your principles?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Most
yeah.
people, they agree. Like if they
Yeah,
were
I
the
would say so.
victim, they don't want to be oppressed. I
Yeah.
want you to stop oppressing me.
Right.
So with that in mind, do you know like how supply and demand works?
Yeah, mostly I do.
Yeah, so every time you pick up that package, you're
Yeah.
going to replace what you've picked up, right?
Yeah.
So that means every time you pick it up, they're sending that next individual through that system. Do you think that we should respect animals?
Absolutely.
I agree.
I do.
Can we respect animals while using them without their consent, for their flesh, for their testing ability?
There's a way to do that. I think animal testing is entirely cruel, and I don't think that should be done no matter what. But
Tell me why.
like-
Tell me why that's cruel. Why is that cruel? It's
because
not a gotcha.
usually-
Just
Usually
what
with
you thought about.
testing, they get put through a lot of things that could be traumatic to
Yeah,
them.
we care about their experiences,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And to cause them to experience unnecessary harm is immoral, right?
Right.
Right. So, is there anything you think that we do need from animals that justifies us using them?
Well, I mean, I don't think that it's much needed more nowadays, but it's just kind of a cycle that continued of like using them for like warmth and stuff. But there are still like safer ways to do that. Like I saw this video the other day of a lady that had an Angora rabbit.
Oh.
And just it was a live rabbit, and she was just taking.
That's not how they do it, though.
I know.
Yeah.
But it was this one specific lady who she just took it right off of the live rabbit. which
That is how
like,
they
it
do it,
doesn't-
but they don't do it gently. Yeah.
It seemed like she was being gentle.
That's fine. So what I would say
yeah.
the issue with that is not so much that she's taking the hair. It's more like she's promoting the use of animals, and not everyone's going to have access to her products, right? So if I saw her wearing an Angora sweater or something, and I don't have access to her products, I'm going to go buy an Angora sweatshirt from someone else who's not doing it the right way. But then you could also look at it as though she's taking that hair from the rabbit without their consent. And I understand they can't consent, but is that really fair to take from someone who is unable
it's
to
just
consent
like
to
their
freedom?
shed. It's just what they're shedding, really. I mean, like, they have so much hair, and they do need to shed it off, and it's more helpful.
But does that justify exploiting them? You know, does that justify the other rabbits? Does that justify cows, pigs, chickens, and fish? Just because this one
That's a
lady.
good question. I don't know how to answer that.
That's okay. So the issue is that lady's still looking at her rabbit as a resource that it's okay to take from, whereas like a child, right? You wouldn't see someone, it wouldn't be the worst thing if a parent was cutting their child's hair, but if they were doing it and the kid maybe didn't want that, or they weren't even considering what the kid wanted, like maybe the kid wanted long hair, right? And the parent just kept doing it because they're doing it for a profit. They're making a product out of it. Is that fair?
No, it's not.
Yeah, because you're using someone. And I understand that the hair thing it's a little more in that gray area.
Right.
But the whole point is that we're viewing someone as a something, and every time we've done that in history, right?
Right.
Someone is being hurt. So then my questions are: is there anything you think that would stop you from living in alignment with your own principles and living vegan?
I've thought about it for a long time, and it's just not something that I think I can do.
Well, put it in, instead of thinking from your perspective, because you're the oppressor, right?
Yeah.
What about from the victim's perspective? Let's say that you were the one in the cage and your oppressor is saying, I don't know, man, I'm so ingrained to use them. I don't have, I don't have the will to stop. Would you accept that? Or would you be like, let me live, I'm my own person?
See, I see exactly what you're doing here, and I know, but
it's not a gotcha.
Just
know I went through this too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spit at you.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I do, and it has been like I do have this moral thing where I always
if they were
think about
dogs,
it.
if you saw what was happening to these animals and there was a bunch of dogs that was going through, would you be able to stop immediately?
Yeah, I would.
So what I would suggest, watch that documentary that I gave you on the card. If you scan the colorful side, you'll see a documentary called Dominion. If you can't scan it, just look on YouTube, Dominion 2018. It's free. And it just shows you that standard practice. It's not a gotcha. It's literally to show you when you pick up that package, this is what that animal had to go through.
Okay.
And you have to ask yourself, like, would I really want to give my money to somebody that did this to somebody else when they wanted to live? Yeah. And then ask yourself, like, how many more do you want to put in that position? Is it more than zero?
Well, the way that I've looked at it always is it's going to keep happening. No matter how many people stop eating meat and stop and turn to veganism, no matter how many people do that, it's still going to be a thing that goes on unless everybody stops.
So I have an analogy. I'm not trying to call you a name or something.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself racist? Right. Do you avoid being racist? Like maybe you find out some habit you had was racist. Would you stop doing that habit?
Yes,
Even though you even though you can't eliminate all racism in the world, right? You would still strive to not be racist.
Yes, I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah.
But
like, what if your friends were all of a sudden being really racist, making jokes and just horrible? Would you partake? Would you say that's immoral? What would you do?
I would tell them it's immoral.
Right. You would
I've
probably
been in
feel
that
at least
situation before,
uncomfortable
yeah.
and not like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But would you wouldn't participate, right?
No.
Even though it'd be convenient to jump in with this group.
Not anymore. I wouldn't do
Right.
that. At this
Exactly.
point in my life, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I'm the same way, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's where veganism is. Veganism is the same way. Even though you may not be able to eliminate everybody doing animal cruelty, you can go to sleep at night knowing that you didn't demand it, that there's not someone shaking in a cage because you picked up a package.
Right.
Yeah. So that's really what it comes down to. It's just your actions And if you feel compelled, you're welcome to talk to everyone, because I guarantee everybody shares this principle. It's just that we've been told we have to use animals.
Right.
We don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, for me, I mean, like, my mom has always taught me that it's better to, like, you know, figure out where whatever animal product you're getting is sourced and how it is sourced, because
they care about their experience.
Yeah, my mom and I have always tried to get meat and other animal products that are sourced more ethically, not ethically.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how do you take someone's life from them ethically that wanted to live?
I mean, like, there is ways of you could do it when they're on their way out already.
Switch the animal out with a human or a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still moral in your eyes? The humane killing of animals would still be moral.
I mean, to a point it is, to a degree.
Do you know the process that they go through?
I know the process that they go through when it's done inhumanely.
So even small farms, humane farms, right? They're going to, if they're here in the U.S., they have to stun them first. Okay. So they'll use a bolt gun. Sometimes they will use a regular gun. So they'll pew them. Typically, it's just a bolt gun because they want the heart to still be pumping, so that they hang them by their back leg, slit their throat, and let the blood drain out, and the heart pumps it out. So hearing that, does that sound humane, even though those are literally the humane standards? If that does make you uncomfortable, like, try to think, what would be the humane way?
I think that just the humane way is killing the animal when they're, like, already on their way out.
So they don't do that because, for one, like, cows can live to be 20.
Mm-hmm.
Beef cows they take their life at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Dairy cows 4 to 6 because they start to not be able to stand up on their own and not able to get pregnant. So they can't wait for them to get older because, for one, their flesh starts to become unappetizing to humans. They start to get more gamey. They're also much more expensive because you have to keep feeding this individual throughout their entire life. But let's say we did. Let's say we waited till the end of their life. Would you, let's say you're 80 years old, right? You still could live longer, but you're 80. You're going to start maybe feeling some suffering from getting old. Should we take your life to spare you from getting old, or do you want to get old?
Yes, I don't want to get old.
You don't want to get old?
No, I don't. That has been my stance on my life for...
What about other people's lives?
Should
we unalive all 80-plus-year-olds?
No, that's their choice.
But why not?
Well, because I feel differently about it.
Sure.
I feel differently about my own life.
I was going to say, most people agree they want to keep living, right?
I don't want to keep living because the thing is, I don't want to live until I am...
But you agree that other 80-year-olds may want to live, right? We should respect
yes,
that.
I do.
So because you don't want to live past 80, should we wipe out all 80-year-olds?
No.
Exactly. So we can assume all sentient beings want to live. Mm-hmm. It's a very common thing for sentient beings. So we know animals want to live. Yeah. If someone does exhibit behavior saying that they don't want to be around anymore, that's usually a sign that something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's not a sign of health. It's a sign of needing help.
Okay.
And I'm sorry you feel that way. I genuinely, like, honestly, you're very important. You know, you have a lot of power in this world.
Yeah, I understand that, but I feel like when I'm like 80 years old, I've lived a good life.
A lot of influence.
I've lived a good life, but like my biggest fear is that I don't want to get like dementia or Alzheimer's or anything like that. If I didn't, I'm still worried about the fact that I wouldn't be able to live life to the fullest. I want to live life to the fullest until I can't anymore. I don't want to be unable to move, unable to think.
Well, that's so. Again, I'm hurt that you would want to go, but I would respect your preferences. Yeah. But that's you giving consent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to live a hard life. I don't want to live a life that is hard to live. I don't want to have to wake up.
You wouldn't do this to other people just because you feel this way.
I know.
We shouldn't apply this to all 80-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, we know that all sentient beings want to live free of exploitation. They just want to do what they want to do. And again, if someone doesn't, there's something wrong, right? There's nothing
wrong with that.
There is. If I was to tell you that I'm about to go jump off the bridge, are you going to think I'm a healthy individual or that I need help?
You need help because you're a young person.
Well, even an elderly person, they can still do things.
Yes, but I want to live. See,
No, see, you're forcing your perspective on other people, though, right?
I'm not forcing my perspective on other
The thing we
people.
know about each other is that we care what happens to us, and we want to avoid harm. So we should respect that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all I'm asking about is the animals. I understand you have a preference in your life. That's not why I'm here. I'm just here to ask, will you change your habits for the individuals that do want to live?
I'm not going to.
Would you at least watch that documentary?
I'll watch the documentary.
Okay, I appreciate that because I think you'll open your eyes.
I'm a stubborn man. I've seen many documentaries about the same sort of thing, and it's just.
Well, if you were them, what would you want your oppressor to do? Keep using you or not?
I don't entirely know how to answer that.
Well, most people don't want to be oppressed, as we talked about,
Yes.
right? Doesn't matter how smart, strong, how convenient it is for you, you're still oppressing someone. And you should ask yourself, do I want to keep doing that? Because you live in the most vegan city.
I'm aware of
There's
that.
a lot of options.
I know.
I'll let you
But
go. I
the
don't want to
thing
keep
is-
harping you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can say your last name.
The thing is that I think it's hard to get the right nutrients and stuff that you need from
Like
being
what?
vegan and stuff. And like, if you are to, it's expensive and you have to get supplements and stuff. Like, my ex was forced into being vegan by his dad.
Well, that's not veganism, then that's a plant-based diet. Veganism is a principled stance against the exploitation of others. So
but I mean-
I'm sorry your friend had a nutritional deficiency, but on that card there's something called the Vegan Daily Dozen. You can get everything you need in a day from a whole food plant-based diet, and it's 30% cheaper than the average diet.
Really?
Yep. That's why I give you those resources. If you scroll down, it'll be under nutritionfacts.org, and they have studies that you can go read, and they make videos breaking them down, which is really nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
definitely
was not given a card.
Oh, I thought I gave you one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so the colored side is going to be the documentary, and the other side, if you want to find us, is our Facebook group.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
What was your name again?
Atlas.
Atlas, I really appreciate you coming and talking to me. Please consider how many more animals you want exploited in your name, okay? If it's more than 0, you should live vegan, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you for stopping by. You have a good day. I'm a little sad from that conversation, I gotta be honest, but it's okay. Do you want to jump in? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, that was a long. Oh, that's okay. It was a long conversation. They basically were like, "Yes, I'm for veganism." You're unmuted now. But I'm gonna just be selfish, and it's like, well, I can't make you be a good person, so go watch that documentary, I guess. And then I shook his hand. I don't know why I did that. That was silly. I'm trying not to shake non-vegans' hands because I don't want to give them the pat on the back. But anyway, yes, exhaustitarian. That's exactly what it was. All right, Rebecca, taking over.
We can't, we can only do so much. If we could just, I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Ugh. Hi. Hi, do you have a minute? No? I know, it's getting chilly out. Yeah. See if we can get a couple more conversations in here.
Çocuk İngilizce bilmiyor. Sevgili yaptı burada.
Hi, do you have time for a conversation? No? Do you have time for a conversation? No? Hi. Do you have time for a conversation? No? He's wiping his nose. Let's see.
Can I have a shot of you just like looking straight that way?
Yeah.
Really like
Like.
like stand with your microphone kind of out like this. Yeah. Like you're looking to interview. I love it. Okay. I might use that screen grab.
Hannah made me stand a certain way for a minute, so I mean, look like a awkward, like, hello. Whoa, got people cutting through. Hey, do you have time for a conversation? Do you have time for a quick conversation, quick interview? No? What? Okay. I'm doing a social experiment. Do you have a minute for conversation? Not today? Hi, do you have time for a conversation? Do you have time for a conversation? No? Have a nice day. Go vegan. Loud part. Time for a conversation? No? Sir, do you have time for a conversation? Do you have a minute, ma'am, for a conversation? No? Man, people they're getting busy. Yeah. Do you have time for a quick conversation?
No, I'm a vendor.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a mixed day of people. You know, we never know what we're going to get, but just keep trying. Do you have time for a quick conversation? No? Sir, do you have time for a quick conversation? Oh, it doesn't matter if you don't live here. You just need to live on planet Earth. Yeah. You have time for a quick conversation? Do you have time for a quick conversation? I think I asked that lady already. Hi, do you have time for a conversation? Oh, there goes the girl who I asked about putting her dog and cats in slaughterhouses. She just saw me, so it's back in her mind. Dancing. I'm dancing. The little girl is dancing.
She's like, what?
I know. She's like, you're not allowed to dance. It's just me. Do you have time for a quick conversation? No? Sir, do you have time for a quick conversation? Oh. Do you have time for a quick conversation? Everybody's on a mission now.
I always say you want to answer a few questions.
Oh, okay. That's right. Hey, do you want to answer a couple questions? Social experiment? Whoa, no. I know. So, across from us we have, I know Anna showed, I think on her channel earlier, a lady that makes like vegan soups and veggie burger mixes. Do you have time for a conversation, sir? No? Why are you laughing? He's like But no, so there's some great stuff around us, which is cool. Yeah. Oh my goodness. People of Portland. Do you have time for a quick conversation, man? Come back.
I do, but it's on boundary.
Do you have time for a couple questions? Oh, I got completely ignored. Do you have time for a couple questions? Social experiment? Yeah?
Who are you with?
Well, I'm on YouTube, first of all. Is that okay with you if you're on YouTube?
Fine with me.
Okay, let me put my sign down. So, could you step over a bit? Thank you. So, how do you feel about animals that are used, for all the purposes that animals are used for, food and entertainment and everything, and animals that are put through slaughterhouses? How do you feel about that?
That it should be done humanely as possible.
Okay.
And they should be treated with dignity of any living creature, but that humans and animals should evolve together in many ways, whether it's to use for transportation or whether it's to use for eating.
Okay. So, all right, if we narrow one down just to talk about, like, right now, like the animals that are used for food, so the animals that are put in the slaughterhouses, do you think that there's a humane way to kill an animal?
Yes.
And how would that be done?
I think it would be done along the lines of, I'm trying to remember the researcher who came up with, who visited the slaughterhouses and came up with a new way to go in so that the cattle, for example, didn't go through stress. What's her name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And then they would be, humanely killed at the point of, so yeah, it can be done that way. And I think also one of the questions I ask is, nature itself is not, very kind when it comes to how one animal lives off another animal and kills the other animal and eats it while it's still alive. I mean, it's not. Oh my God! But we are humans, so we can actually improve upon how we would kill animals and raise them.
The researcher that, what was that woman's name that you gave me the video? Temple Grandin. Okay, so there was actually an interview that I watched just recently with Temple Grandin and an animal rights activist that went into a slaughterhouse to do some undercover filming.
Yeah, all that stuff, and whether a slaughterhouse, the fact that they're not doing it the way it should be done, is a separate question.
Okay, well, so, and that's what I was about to say is that it was discovered that it was Costco selling that where they source their meats. Basically, they were treating the animals inhumanely and not following the system.
Right.
And Miss Grandin was she was taken off guard, and she said, "I'm going to call them right away."
Right.
So, but irregardless of that, they're sentient beings, so they feel pain and joy, and they anticipate things just like we do.
I can't actually say what a cow or a pig or a sheep or even a dog experiences from their perspective.
But so, all right, there is the New York Declaration of Consciousness and the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness, and basically what they formulated was that since we know they're sentient beings, that we shouldn't even tamper with going into that area of questioning. Like you said, I don't know what they're experiencing, so I don't have to be responsible for it, basically,
no, I'm
if
not
I
saying
use them.
That.
Okay.
I'm saying that there still should not be we do know that what suffering looks like for an animal.
Okay.
If you wound it and let it suffer until it dies, I mean, that's pretty easy. That's low-hanging fruit as far as what an animal experiences in that level.
Yeah. So you don't think that animals suffer in a slaughterhouse then?
If it's done humanely, as I understand her system that she's set up, the temple set up, it should not be painful.
Well,
but then now, the fact of whether they do that or not, or whether it's consistent, our society's full of those kind of things. I was a teacher for 30 years.
Okay. So if we have a question if something is being done correctly or not, should we still partake in it and promote it when we're not sure if it's causing suffering to another sentient being?
I wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. I mean, my society that I am right now supports the bombing of innocent civilians in Palestine.
I understand. Yeah.
I mean, that's my political system.
Yeah.
That's my country. So how do I participate in it just by existing as a citizen here. I mean, there's no purity of action that I can think of. Very little.
So, okay. That's a separate issue, like for us.
It's not an issue. The issue you raised was whether you would participate in a system that was doing cruelty to animals.
Yeah.
And I'm saying we participate in a system that perpetuates cruelty to humans.
Okay. That's true, but I'm here talking about animals, and I'm talking about just
but if you take that, the idea of passing legislation that says animals must be treated humanely and any slaughtering should be done humanely, that for me is the issue. Because I'm not a vegetarian. And
do you know what speciesism is?
Pardon me?
Do you know what speciesism is?
Speciesism, I've heard the term, but I couldn't define it.
It's basically the idea of being able to exploit another species, like humans being superior to other animals. So that's what speciesism is.
So we shouldn't cut trees down?
But trees don't have the same...
species. And people actually, you look at researchers, they're discovering more and more how trees communicate with other trees in a forest and function as
they don't have central nervous systems, they have reactions.
I don't know.
But
actually,
they don't.
Read some of that latest research. The stuff I find is pretty. But where do you draw the line? I'm saying is, and for example, does a chicken have more sentient or less sentient?
Yes, chickens are very companion, and they're being.
I would say they have maybe more sentient awareness than a tree, but they have more sentient awareness than a dog. And where do you draw the line? Because you're drawing a line at one point to say, well, you can cut down this living creature, but you can't do this living creature. I'm just saying you're going to draw a line somewhere. My line is it should be done humanely. It should be done. It should be raised humanely, and also these animals would not exist. Possibly.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because right now they're just being domesticated and they're being bred into the world so that people like you can keep using them.
Cows have been domesticated. That's what's happened to them. They've become domesticated.
Well, okay, so from my standpoint, if I have a question of whether something is causing another being any harm, I don't do it. I don't just blindly say, well, I'm not sure, so I'm just going to continue doing it.
And that's where you draw the line. Where I draw my line is a little bit different, that I make compromises when I get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Just by living in this country and living in this world. And where do I draw the line? And I guess I'd rather focus my energies on the genocide against Palestinians as where I put my efforts and my time. And animals, yes, are a concern, and I will support legislation that makes sure there's not suffering involved. But beyond that, I don't think so.
What about, so this is the thing that you can do to help animals that are going through inhumane slaughter, because no slaughterhouse is humane. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now, because there's no humane way to kill a sentient being. So what you can do is you can stop purchasing animal products, because every time you purchase an animal product, you demand that they are born and killed for you.
So
Whether
butter,
you're vegetarian,
milk,
yeah.
cheese, anything?
Yeah.
Well, that would be your viewpoint. I would say no.
Okay.
Shouldn't that have to be?
I'm going to give you this card.
That one can actually support businesses that have sustainable and good practices.
And I disagree.
And you say there
I
aren't
disagree.
any.
There
I would
aren't.
say, okay.
There aren't, because is there a humane way to kill a human being without their consent?
Is there a humane way to do that? I don't know.
If they're living and breathing
I do
and
not
experiencing
believe in
life?
the death penalty, because you talk the spectrum of trees to animals to humans. It isn't for me. It's a spectrum. And that's where I fall in that spectrum. Anyway, I gotta go.
All right.
But thanks, taking the time.
Yep. Go vegan. Yeah, he's stuck in his ways, but he wouldn't take my card.
He at least
okay.
was at least cordial, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a stuck in his way type of person.
Yeah.
There's people like that.
I kept hearing him appeal to the nirvana fallacy, essentially, where he's just like, oh, there's other problems in the world. It's like, but this one, like, what difference do you make in those other problems versus this right here? Yeah. What other issue in the world can you 3 times a day make a difference in? Right?
Exactly. He didn't want it. He wants to keep promoting the slaughter of animals, and even though he thinks it's humane, but he doesn't have any proof, he's going to continue to do it.
Yeah. It's
so
cognitive dissonance right there. He clearly was uncomfortable, and he's just like, I don't have the justification, but I'm going to leave now. Bye.
Yep.
Did you want to do one more, or?
No, why don't you go on?
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, you want to answer a few questions? Okay. We're almost done, though. I will say we're close to 2. I didn't realize we were so close to 2, and the market closes at 2, which is why there's so few people. But we'll try to see if we can get a couple more conversations. Hi. You want to answer a few questions?
I'm okay.
Okay. Hey. Yeah, it is. I even see vendors starting to pack up. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Hi. Rebecca's going to go support them. They're Lucindia's purpose-filled, plant-based, real food ingredients. Yes. Love it. Hi. You want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube? Okay. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Would you be willing to answer a few questions? No strings attached. You can. It's only 5-10 minutes. Would you be willing to answer like 3 questions? I am live on YouTube though. Is that okay? Okay. Are you okay? Do you want to be off camera? Okay. All right. So I'll have you stand right there. Let me put down my sign. So I'm just asking people about oppression and how they feel about oppression. Oppression means prolonged cruel treatment. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree. This might seem a little obvious. Bear with me. What if the oppressor is really strong?
Still no.
What if the oppressor is really smart?
No.
I agree. So this next one might feel like a gotcha. What about the animals we use? Are we oppressing them?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I agree. Do you know about supply and demand and how that works?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that every time you go to a store you pick up, they're going to replace what you purchase, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. So it shows that when animals are in this system that we don't approve of ourselves, right? They're there only because of our demand. Right. And if we didn't demand it, they wouldn't send that next individual. In fact, one person changing just their dietary habits can save 100 to like 300 animals.
Right.
Do you know the definition, or at least do you know what veganism means?
Yes.
Awesome. Just reflect to me. What do you think it means?
Veganism is when you don't consume any animal byproduct or any animal product, including, like, some people go as far as like insects like honey, or like certain dyes and things of that nature. Yeah.
So,
I was vegan for a couple of years.
Awesome. Okay, so do you know, why would somebody call themselves vegan and avoid all animal products? What's the benefit of that?
It would be to like morally just like kind of
Right.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get where you go. Veganism is a it's a principled stance against the exploitation of sentient beings. Some people will call themselves vegan and they're eating a plant-based diet for health or maybe the environment. But what we're promoting is talking about viewing someone as a something, and when is that moral? Do you think that hearing the definition of veganism, which is the principled stance against exploitation of other sentient beings, meaning I avoid demanding their exploitation when I can, does that align with your principles?
Not necessarily as far as like veganism goes. I would say for me, I try to aim to have as much of like as a symbiotic relationship as possible, understanding that like I said, I was vegan for quite a few years, but for me and like my body and my kids I was bearing, I kind of didn't do it to the best of my ability.
I can give you resources too.
Not necessarily to the best of my ability, as well as more so, I wasn't I was poor. Let's just be real. Veganism, when you're poor, is like a pretty difficult diet to obtain. Now I still abstain from like meat and stuff like that. However, like eggs, I did have to start eating eggs when I was pregnant. But we try to do it where they're pasture raised.
What is it that you think you need from the animals?
It's not necessarily what I need. Well, no, it is what I needed. So I needed a surplus of vitamins while I was having and creating my two children.
Do you think that
when I was vegan?
Do you think that all pregnant people must consume animal products?
No, I was vegan when I was pregnant with him. However, when I say like I wasn't able to do it to the best of my abilities, is like I wasn't able to afford like the amount of like protein and the amount of, there's just certain vitamins that I ended up having a lot of health issues that followed me after that pregnancy. It took like a really big toll on my body because like nutrition wise I wasn't able to keep up.
Did you just speak to a doctor or did you speak to a dietitian?
It was my midwives and my dietitian. So my midwives were like, they were pretty much the ones that were like, you need to at least start eating eggs. I actually developed a pregnancy arthritis that didn't like go away after I was pregnant, and like I couldn't even mix a bowl of mashed potatoes because like my hands would just like lock in place, and it was due to just needing more just kind of like those vitamins and minerals. And I would take them, I would eat them, but then I would end up throwing them all up because it was just too many vitamins that I was having to take. And so they tried to brainstorm with me for a long time, and then I even ended up, because I was very hardcore, like I tried to eat the egg and then I found it really like sad. It would make me like really sad, so then I stopped eating the egg and would just still try to take the vitamins, and ultimately it just put me in a place where
I don't want you to be unhealthy.
Right.
But my question would be, so let's say you didn't have this condition, or most people don't have this condition, right?
Right, yeah, like not everybody is like gonna be pregnant.
Would you say that other people have the moral obligation to be vegan?
I wouldn't say moral obligation, but I would say that if you are going to eat any kind of animal byproduct, at least ensuring that like if you're going to eat an egg, where's the egg coming from? Know where your food is coming from, and trying to try to honor the animal as much as possible, because again, it is like if you go fishing, you're gonna take a life to consume that fish, right? But I can't necessarily say moral obligation. I would just say you have the moral obligation to try and make sure that the animal is either raised more ethically or even, hunted fairly or wildly rather than like raised.
What is the moral relevance that justifies the difference in treatment between the animals and the humans? Like, what makes it okay for us to get eggs from somebody who is essentially born into life just to be used?
Right. So you can raise chickens in like a kind of a symbiotic relationship where you are providing them with.
But if we traded them with humans, which is my question, would it still be a humane system? So I'm going to demand that a human be born into existence because I'm going to harvest their eggs. Right. They have a good life. I give them Netflix subscription. They have their own bedroom, right? They have my whole backyard. I'll give them an allowance. They can leave my house. They can come back, but they are ultimately my property.
Wasn't that kind of like the government and like the U.S.?
They did
like,
do that.
No, I'm saying like right now. You're born into America. You're given a social security card.
I'm not forcibly impregnated though.
No, you're not forcibly impregnated.
The chickens are. Like, to get another chicken, how do we get more chickens? We have to force them in a situation where they grape each other, and then we get the benefit of their babies that are mutated. And I put it that way because she doesn't decide who she mates with. We need her baby to be a certain kind of deformity that fits our needs, right? Because the original chicken only laid like 13 eggs a year. Now they lay 300. And in order to get there, you have to take a female and make them mate with a male that they wouldn't normally mate with so that their baby fits our needs. Right. So what justifies that in animals but not humans? Like, why is it okay?
Well, it's not okay, and they definitely did that to humans as well.
No, they did,
like
right?
The
and
society that
we
live
look at that in horror, right? That was horrendous that we could do that to another human. How could to force a human to mate with another human so that their baby was more subservient to us and matched, whoever was unslaved or not slaved? That's terrible.
I guess it's kind of like the argument of like cats, right? Whereas, or like dog, not necessarily cats, but I think the argument is made for dogs where if you are a dog or like a dog, like dogs used to be wild and then they were breeded so much to the point where they're now reliant on humans. And so if we just kind of released all of the dogs back into the wild.
That. Yeah, that would be
that would be kind of like the same thing with the chickens.
Right. So what I would say is so there are sanctuaries that take care of chickens and they don't consume their eggs. They actually feed them back to them. And they'll actually provide activities for the chickens so that they decrease how often they lay eggs because they're actually forced to even more, like they're stimulated by light and activity to produce more eggs. So sanctuaries will actually put efforts to reduce their egg production because I don't know if you ever had a companion bird, like a cockatiel or something. If they lay eggs and you bring them to the vet, they're going to be like, get them to stop laying eggs immediately because it is so detrimental to their health. So we're doing this to someone else because we want to lick their eggs, and it's like, is that fair to them? I understand the taste pleasure and there's benefits, but we could find all of those in other sources. Sorry, my nose is starting to run. That's disgusting.
No, you're okay.
It's cold. But my point is, though, because we can find these things in other sources, like if I was that chicken, I would hope that somebody is trying their best to avoid using me. And even if I didn't have that capacity, right, we would find it immoral just to exploit someone just because they're unaware of it.
Right.
And even though we are in a country that does exploit us, I don't deny that. I still don't like it. My preference would be to not be exploited. And just because I live in this country that's exploiting me, I wouldn't want to exploit others.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the point we're getting at. It's like, if you can avoid demanding their exploitation, do you think you should?
So again, because I have to take it out of just like the moral relevance of like, I feel like I don't want to exploit this animal and I have to take it back to my own personal situation where it's like,
so let me put it this way. If someone had to take life-saving medicine that was tested on somebody to the point where that other individual passed away, I'd still encourage the individual to take the life-saving medicine, but to advocate for the one that they now oppressed and exploited so that they could survive. I'm not saying that you need to go out on the streets and advocate for animals, but I'm just saying maybe what should happen is if people see you consuming eggs, you should tell them, hey, this isn't moral. I'm doing this because I have to. It's survival. And I put this individual in that situation because I need to survive. Like, there's a survival understanding. It's still not moral. We're still exploiting someone and oppressing them. But it's understandable in a survival situation.
Right. Definitely in the sense of,
like, I want you to be healthy, but if you agree that using someone when you don't have to, like, you should avoid demanding it, then as a vegan, like, if say I'm pregnant and I need, my midwife is telling me I need to eat eggs, personally, I would be looking for every other method, and I'm sure maybe you did.
I did, yeah.
But even past that moment, I would constantly be looking for alternatives because it sits uncomfortably inside of me that I'm demanding someone else's oppression, and I can't live with that, Because if I was them, that's everything being taken, So like, is the gravity of what they're losing worth what you're taking?
So I guess what I have, just because this is a battle that I've kind of battled with a long time.
Yeah, I hear it in your heart. Like, I genuinely hear like you're an honest person. So I also want to appreciate that too. I know, I kept you here way longer than I intended to. I thought it was only going to be 5 minutes. Did you want to say some last words?
I guess just trying to find,
That's okay, if you don't have it. So what I would do, did I give you a card?
No.
Okay, I'm going to give you a card. This side, the colored side, has all the resources. It has the documentary. It shows you all the standard practices. So if you're going to continue to demand eggs, even free range, it'll show you what's necessary.
Free range isn't even free range. You gotta go pasture raised in our home.
I mean,
even like if you know a friend, like my godmom has chickens, right? Yes, they're mutated, so they do raise
you had to get them from somewhere.
Right, they do have more eggs, but that's usually, you know what I mean? Like,
so wherever she got the chickens, she usually gets them from probably a hatchery. And even if it was from another farm, as you pointed out, they're mutated. And hatcheries, they just blend up baby male chicks first day of their life, like fully conscious, into a blender. That's the most humane way, apparently. Otherwise, small farms will tie them off in bags, crush them, suffocate them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll raise the males and sell them for flesh, but they require resources. And a farm is in a farming business to make money, so they're not going to waste money on someone that's not going to provide something back.
Yeah.
So the males are always a waste. Same thing with dairy. They're just considered a waste, and they get unalived first day of their life, not even given any moral consideration. So watch that documentary. It may open your eyes a little bit. You sounds like you already know a lot, but this may fill in some of those holes. And there's resources on there for dietitian stuff too. I understand you have a dietitian too. Maybe if you express that you genuinely want to be vegan, you want to avoid animals. I don't know what it is, the conversation you had before, but if I was, I'd be constantly trying, and I obviously can't actually be in your shoes, but a true vegan, just, it's understandable if you have to cross your principles, right? But it's another if you don't want other people to mimic you. You would prefer that everyone treat everybody with respect, right? Like, everyone should respect all women's rights, right? They have a moral obligation to that. Everyone should respect people of color's rights, right? It's a moral obligation. And I'm just saying that the animals have the same qualifiers. They want to live. They don't want to experience harm.
Yeah.
They care about what happens. So I really appreciate you talking. I want to ask you one last hard question. I'll let you go. How many more animals do you want exploited for you, as we talk about supply and demand?
Oh wow. I suppose.
Is it more than zero?
I wouldn't want any animals exploited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Just means going vegan. Look into those research. I really appreciate you stopping though. Thank you so much. Can I give you an elbow? Thank you. And I appreciate you taking the time. Did you want to say anything? I didn't want to take the mic away from you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You have a great day. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call it there because it's 2 and the market is being torn apart. But cold. Yeah, it's very cold too. And I have, pretty good sweatshirt, so the temperature dropped. Yeah, a lot of people are against oppression. They definitely agree that they don't want to be oppressed and no one deserves to be oppressed. But it's hard to make choices that require you to change some habits or look into more information. And I feel a little bad because it sounds like she claims that she did try to do everything in her power. And if that's an honest response, then I understand, but it's still immoral because you're taking everything from somebody. And
if you really do it for the victims and for the animals, you'll do it somehow, no matter what. I believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that.
Exactly. It's about what you perceive. Do you see these individuals as resources? Because I could easily get iron from your body.
Yeah.
I could get vitamins from your body. Exactly.
We don't do that, obviously.
I mean, other than on my humanity farm. I don't know if everyone saw that.
Yeah, the humanity farm is awesome.
I have a new display out there now. I wasn't going to do it, but it's for Thanksgiving. I took one of the skeletons and I kind of made it look like a turkey. I'll post pictures. It's pretty good. I haven't decided where in the yard I want to place them, but
her neighbors are going to start to worry. It's like the Texas Chain House Massacre.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jeffrey Dahmer
what
and
am
stuff.
I living next to?
It's hilarious. Very creative. That's all I got to say.
I try.
Yeah.
You can do things too. You don't have to talk to people. Yeah. Whatever you can do. Be active online. Just talk to a stranger in the grocery store. I saw that, Jake, by the way. That was awesome. Jake talked to a lady that was buying milk in the grocery store.
Oh, damn.
That's impressive. I've one time walked up to someone who was buying eggs because they were sitting there hemming and hawing over which eggs. And I was like, they grind up the baby male chicks on the first day. And she just kind of laughed at me and then put the eggs in her cart and walked away. And I was like, okay. That wasn't effective.
She's very sadistic individual.
Yeah, she probably just didn't understand anything that I said. I don't know. Like, she just seemed dazed. She didn't seem like she actually received what I said.
Sometimes the truth, like, people don't want to believe the truth because it's so horrible.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe she thought you were joking.
That probably is true.
Or something.
I actually did grow up thinking, like, everything's under control. There's all these checks and balances. And then you grow up and you're like, wow, nobody knows what they're doing. And the checks and balances are us.
Yeah.
We're the ones that stand up and go, hey, this isn't right.
Yep.
So it's not all done for you. We have to do it ourselves. The animals are crying out, just no one is listening.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, you guys. Veganism is the moral baseline, but activism is the action. Make sure you get active in some form. You can come out with us. You can come out with any group you can find. DXE is another great group. They've been eliminating foie gras out of Portland. We don't want no abuse here. You know, but all exploitation is wrong, not just the obviously cruel stuff. But I'm glad that they're out there doing hard work. So that's great.
Yeah. So, yeah, do your little bit every day. That's, I mean, that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
That's all we got to do.
Yep. And that's actually why we're doing this. We want to show other people it's possible, even if we're awkward. You know, I'm not perfect. I know some things. I don't know everything. But I know that I don't want to be exploited.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. There's always going to be people that aren't receptive, you know, but it doesn't mean we should have to stop having conversations. We keep having these difficult conversations with people so that we can change the life for these animals.
Yeah. Maybe if we even just normalize talking about it, people will stop reacting so quickly with being triggered and actually take a second to think, like, am I in alignment with my own principles? Is this actually my principle? Am I okay with this?
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right. Well, we'll call it there for today, guys. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being on Vegan Stoner Ladies channel earlier.
Yeah.
Please follow Anti-Animal Use. We'll be posting. I know the sun is just like right there. We'll be posting more videos, possibly some shorts. We're trying to get some stuff in the works. So appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe, share the lives, and we'll catch you next Saturday. Okay.
Thanks for all the hard work you do too. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you.